Here I am, re-recording for the second or third time, I think. I recorded this about a week ago, and I did not like it. It sounded bad, the sound quality was terrible. That was my own fault. I'm still trying to figure it out. I think I finally have, maybe. The second time, the lighting was terrible. So maybe the third time's the charm, maybe. But anyways, it's officially 2024, so maybe 2024 is better quality videos, but it's a new year, so you get a new C to the addition. But this time it is not going to be opening cards. I don't have any. I know. I'm so sorry. I have been on the hunt, but none of my local Targets have had them, and neither has my card shops. I'm assuming it's because of Christmas. Maybe. Who knows? I really want to open 151, which makes me sad because I cannot find it. But hopefully I'll find some soon. If not, I'll be probably having to order online because I'm desperate and I miss opening cards for y'all. But there is a new set coming out, so that'll be momentarily. For the time being, since I took a short break from life, essentially, I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos, and I was kind of inspired. I watched a lot of YouTubers who just kind of reflected on their life, whether it be the past month, the week, 2 months, a year, you name it. They did it. They made a video, like a collage, a montage, one of those words, about things that just brought them joy. And I like the idea of being reminded what makes someone truly happy. Especially when you're feeling a bit down, you know. And I wanted to do something like that for myself this year. This is more for myself. It allows me to be a bit more open and creative and just allow you guys to get to know me a bit more, if you so choose. I understand if you don't. And I don't intend to do this all the time, keep that in mind. Knowing me, this will probably be every couple of months because I tend to procrastinate. But who knows, I might even change that idea and make it like a vlog, just videos of what I did throughout the entire year, because the years prior, I never did that and I regretted it. I have no videos of me and my friends or any memories in general from previous years. So I'm trying to change that. To keep it simple, I'm just going to reflect on only Pokemon things this time around, because last year there was a lot of Pokemon stuff that went on, and Pokemon's a big part of me. I mean, I could talk about other things, such as my obsession with Baldur's Gate. Yeah, it's really bad. It's like literally all I think about. I like live and breathe it. If I'm not playing it, I'm watching videos on the game. It's a problem, I know. Or I could talk about my current obsession currently, which is Chopper from One Piece. I'm obsessed with that character. Within the span of a month, I've gotten like 2 of these guys. Can't stop. But we're not gonna talk about that. Or I could talk about the manga I just finished. Good night, Pum Pum. I think that's part of why I'm reflecting so much. But we're not gonna do that. This is an introduction, and y'all are gonna learn a bit about my obsession with Pokemons. Because this past year alone, I have really interacted with the community. I have dived headfirst into it, and I am so happy that I did. Before I begin, I just wanted to say I understand completely this is not your cup of tea. You can leave and come back in the next video. I completely understand. I will not be offended. This is kind of an experimentation for myself. Besides, I'm sure the next video will be some type of card opening because I'm desperate. I miss it immensely. So that'll be hopefully the next one. Stay tuned. But if you decide to stay, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for wanting to listen to my rambling for some reason. So, let's begin. I did want to preface this before I begin, though, that I will be discussing a lot of products that have come out in 2023 that I have gotten. I am not trying to brag or rub it in anybody's face. I'm just really passionate about collecting. I know everybody collects at their own pace, and this isn't something that happens overnight. I've been collecting for over 10 years, but it's definitely a luxury. I am really fortunate to be able to afford a lot of this stuff. And I will admit, sometimes I probably shouldn't even be spending my money. I can be a bit impulsive. So take it as you will with that information. But if not, I am always rotating my collection. I am selling. I'm looking for ways to make more income to get the thing that I really want. But this just happens to be something that I'm very passionate about, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. And I just didn't want anybody to be offended ahead of time. Jumping in, I started my journey, obviously, in 2023. Here I am. It was a major time for growth for me. Definitely for the better. You see, I was always part of the Pokemon community in some way, shape, or form, but I was more of a lurker. I usually drew. I like to share a lot of my drawings as you can see here, on my Instagram, but I never was super interactive. I would also join Discord and Facebook groups just for purchasing products, but again, I never really talked to anybody, which is sad looking back on it. I mean, why wouldn't I have wanted to interact with people who are just as obsessed with Pokemon as I am? I mean, that's like goals. I want Pokemon friends. And what made me change was when I started seeing people sharing so confidently on like TikTok, Instagram Reels, and even YouTube. People like Real Breaking Nate, for example, were one of my biggest inspirations to be like, hey, I could do that myself. But that took me like, I don't know, over a year to want to do that. I mean, it took me, I think, a year just to post a picture of who I was, and then like another couple of months just to post a TikTok of me opening cards, and that was in 2022. And then I didn't post anything for months, and then it took me 2023 where I was like, we need to change that, and I think I finally did. I mean, here I am talking to you guys in a YouTube video. I didn't think I would jump that far ahead, but I'm happy I did. It's been fun. Of course, I think I could improve. Who can't? And I sure will. I will strive to constantly do better. That is my goal. I want to learn how to be even a bit better video editor, which will happen. It just takes a lot of practice and time, and getting away from Baldur's Gate. I'm probably going to be cringing at this in 2025 when I decide to make like my own reflection video, going back on how 2024 was, and I'll be like, who is this person? Who is this weirdo on this video? They thought this was good. But I'm my worst critic. That's just what I do. But a lot of this encouragement that motivated me to keep going was you guys. I really, really appreciate each and every one of you. I might not be able to respond to everyone. I'm kind of terrible at that. That's my goal for 2024, is to be better at communicating. But I read each and every one of your comments. They make me smile so much. And it's really cool seeing like returning users all the time. That's really neat. Thank you. That's crazy. So thank you. Thank you once again for supporting me and all of my love for all things Pokemon, especially since I honestly have never been able to share my passion. I've always been a bit more embarrassed. So thank you for making me less embarrassed and not feeling as weird about it. So moving on, 2023, this is when I started sharing my love for Pokemon. What did I share? What were some of my favorite things? Right off the bat, I'm gonna say I love collecting life-size plushies immensely. I have so many. I'm running out of space. I just shove them in I have a walk-in closet. I shove them in there. Y'all don't even want to see. But I think one of my favorites that I unboxed was my life-size Garchomp. But I will show y'all. I don't think I could fit it in here though. I'm gonna try my hardest. Oh my god, I don't think I can. You can't see her. Well, she's massive. I'm just gonna have, you know, her sitting here at all times. In case y'all are wondering, I was asked a lot of questions, and I just want to clarify how I got her. In 2021, Bandai Namco in Japan was taking reservations for this girl. She was made to order, so once that pre-order period was done, there's no more. It was pretty much impossible to get it to America. I had to go through so many websites to try and find a way to get Garchomp, because Garchomp happens to be one of my favorite dragon Pokemon. I am obsessed with dragons in general. I love, you know, mythical dragons, but I especially love, you know, dragon type Pokemon. If I was a gym leader, I'd be a dragon type. No questions asked at all. So I got really lucky because I was so desperate. I think I searched endlessly on Google, and I found this guy that proxies cards from Japan. And so I got really lucky, and he was willing to help me out and get this for a good price, because shipping for most places were giving me quotes of over $1,000, which I was not going to spend $1,000 just to ship this. That's insane. And the guy was willing for me to do, you know, a down payment, and then once it arrived, I could pay the rest. So that worked out really well for me, because it allowed me to make payments over time, and it just all worked out. It was beautiful. I was so excited. I don't think I've ever been as excited for a plush as this Garchomp. And then of course I have, you know, Altaria, which is also a made to order. I got really lucky getting 2 dragon types in one whole year. I would take Altaria out, but if I did, she's in my walk-in closet, it would all tumble down, and we aren't gonna do that, so it's gonna be right here. I also got my life-size starters from Scarlet and Violet. I got Sprigatito, Quaxley and Fuecoco, my personal favorite. They're adorable. They're still available, I think, on the Pokemon Center website if anybody wants them. But I love them. They're cuties. Also, another favorite, these guys, the 20-inch Squishmallows. I got up so early for Gengar. I think I got up at 5 in the morning, went to 2 or 3 Targets just to find it. So, pure desperation. Well worth it. It's my favorite Squishmallow. I don't really collect them, but if I collected any and I had all these Squishmallows, it'd still be my favorite. How could I forget? Statues. I love collecting statues. I think I've started to enjoy collecting them more than plushies. That's a lie. That's a lie. I can't say that as I think about it. That's a lie. But I do enjoy statues. I got some really cool ones. I got this cool Dialga and Palkia figure by Gem Mega House. It's huge. It's like... I also got monthly figures. I sadly didn't finish them. I think I have 2 left, which I will plan on getting eventually. And then I got the Kotobukiya figures. I love Kotobukiya. Their figures are high-end. I mean, they're not cheap. I definitely recommend them. I would love to collect almost all of the trainers, but that's going to take me a long time. But thankfully, I've been noticing that they have been restocking them. One of the ones that they restocked was the black and white characters. And then I got this May, which was the first Kotobukiya figure that I ever wanted. And I was never going to pay what the resale price was, but they remade it. So if any of y'all want it, I think it's still available in Japan. Well worth it. And then, of course, Zorua and Zoroark. My favorite. Hisuian Zoro is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. So... when this was announced, I was freaking out. I was sending all of my friends these. I was like, check it out. I know you guys don't care, but check this out. I love it. I love it so much. So those are some of the things that are my favorite. Oh, also, what am I talking about? Statues as well. There's the sticking holiday statues. I collect those every year. I look forward to them every year. I'm sure if I make another one of these next year, it's gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna be like, I loved these holiday statues. Who knows though, this year with Halloween, who knows what they're gonna do? Are they gonna do a village? Are they gonna do something completely different? I mean, they already have a lot. And then they have the holiday, you know, the Christmas ones. I have the train set, and then they started a village. But who knows, they could change it on me. I thought they were gonna keep extending the train, and they confused me. So who knows? I'll be pretty excited either way. But moving forward, I also got a cool thing this year. Well, it's not your typical collectible. It's a collectible that's on my body 24/7. It's this Eevee tattoo. It's on my leg. I got it with my best friend. We have been wanting to get one for a long time. My best friend got Pikachu and I got Eevee because Eevee's my favorite. Pikachu's theirs. And we tend to collect those type of cards. I'm more of an Eevee collector when it comes to the Pokemon cards. They're more of a Pikachu card collector. So that was a really cool addition to my collection. It's my personal favorite. I mean, obviously, it's on my body. And I would love to this year get more. I have a couple Pokemon tattoos. I only have 3. I have Piplup, Charizard, and now Eevee. But I would love to get more. Maybe Ash and Pikachu. That'd be really cute, especially now that the anime with him is gone. Makes me so sad. Or I would love to get Mew. It's my favorite mythical. Or sometimes Dragon. Yeah, that'd be awesome. Moving on to what I've been opening on this channel is cards. I loved opening cards, of course. I would say my favorite card this year was the Van Gogh Pikachu. I can't really say it's my favorite because it was such a hassle to get. My God. I'm sure many of you guys experienced this. There's a lot of frustration on Twitter. It was impossible. I reloaded the Pokemon Center's website. Actually, I saw the notifications before it went live and they sent emails trying to get the plush or the figure or something of the sorts. I really wanted the figure, to be honest, to add to my collection. I wanted that more than the card, but I placed an order through. I got the Pikachu and the Eevee figure and they canceled those, but I came with a box, like a box probably this big with the card at the bottom. That was all I got. And I was like, I guess I'm lucky. I'm one of the fortunate ones. The card's awesome. I was an art student, minored in fine art. So this is really cool. It makes me excited, but it's like a love-hate relationship. I also, though, pulled my Grail, as you guys saw in one of my videos. I think I have the best luck when I record, because outside of that, I don't. Like, somebody gives me a pack, I'm like, nothing. nothing. So y'all saw me open the Mewtwo V-Star or VMAX. I can't remember which one it is, but you saw me open it. That's exciting. Very, very exciting. And I also pulled the Giratina V-Star from Crown Zenith. So I guess most of my favorite cards are from Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is a very fun set to me. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And, guys, 151. That set's awesome. It haunts me because I can't find it. But I have so much fun opening it. I'm so nostalgic. I am their target audience for it. And I'm not gonna deny it. I'm not a Gen 1er. Technically I'm a Gen 3rder. But, I mean, Gen 1 is where it all started for me. I didn't play Gen 1 first, but I watched it. I watched the cartoons as they aired. So I guess I am technically a Gen 1er. Oof. I did play the games this year. Last year. Finally beat Scarlet and Violet. It took me forever. I'm such a slow gamer. I hate that about myself. I just have like a short attention span where I'm like, ooh, this game, oh, that game. And then I never finish any of them because I hyperfixate on a game and then I jump to the next one and then I like halfway finish and never actually fully finish. I haven't started the DLC, which I'm hoping maybe this year I'll finish the DLC. They just released the epilogue, I think, today as of, January 11th, so maybe I'll get to that. But overall, I really do think that outside of the bugs, there's many bugs. I mean, one of my Pokemons just went straight through the floor. Outside of that, I think the story was fun. I really liked it. I think it was well written, and I was very invested, especially in Arvin's story, especially his little Mabostiff. Oh, tugged right in the heartstrings. Characters are cool too. They had some really relatable characters. Larry. I relate to Larry. I am a full-time office worker, so I feel his pain. I also really liked Iono. Iono was cool. I think the overall design was cool, and she's pastels. I love pastels, but I know a lot of people found her annoying, but I disagree. I think she's cute. Now, on to 2024. What am I looking forward to? As a collector. Well, as of right now, I'm gonna talk about my pre-orders, because I'm really excited about them, and future pre-orders, because Pokemon announced some new items. And I'm very hyped about them. Moving on to number 1, my first pre-order is this Clodsire. I think it's life size. I think. I was in Vegas when this was announced, and I was ecstatic. I ordered it immediately. I didn't order the one with hundreds of Woopers. It's pretty close to hundreds to me. I got the one with just 2 because that was all I could afford, but that's all that matters is I'm still getting Clodsire. I also pre-ordered these cute mouse holds. Apparently they're little hands detached and they're like magnetic. I love it. It's the cutest idea ever. They're adorable. I also ordered 3 Kotobukiya figures. 3. Of course I did. I ordered a Dawn and Piplup. I love Piplup. And then I ordered Iono. And then I ordered whatever this protagonist's name is. I didn't know she had a name in Scarlet and Violet with Sprigatito. Those are a couple. I'm sure there'll probably be more coming soon. I'm also really excited for the newest editions. They're doing some cheaper trainer figures, which I like. I think it'll be easier to obtain. I don't know what they're gonna look like, but I'm sure they're gonna be a bit more reasonable than Kotobukiya figures. I'm also really looking forward to there's new monthly figures, so you best believe I'm going to be doing more of those unboxings. And lastly, the one I'm most ecstatic about, it's First 4 Figures. They're one of my favorite statue companies. I only have a couple, such as this giant Aku Aku. He's cool. And I have the Charizard, and I would love to add Venusaur and Blastoise to this shelf that I have. I think that'd be sick. I have the perfect vision in my head, so I can't wait. I'm also, though, obviously very, very excited for Paldea Fates. It's shiny Pokemon. Like, what? I love shiny Pokemon. I absolutely loved it in Sword and Shield. I opened it nonstop till I got that shiny Charizard. I think there's gonna be one in this set too, at last I checked. But I think there's also a tin, which will give everybody a chance. As long as scalpers don't snatch it up immediately, which I hope to God not, because I'm gonna be so sad. I hate that I'm a Charizard collector. I honestly think Scarlet and Violet in general is just gonna pick up this year. It's gonna be sad for our wallets, but it's gonna be fun as a collector. And why I say that is because I feel like Sword and Shield, it was kind of slow at the first year of the new cards, the new sets, to get things going. Then the following year, it picked up immensely. And it was really, really fun to open. And I feel like it's going to be the same. I really hope it is, because that'll be more openings for you guys. And it'll just be fun. And I have a feeling there's going to be probably some changes. They'll probably keep people that play competitively on their toes. I bet you they will. They'll probably have some type of new gimmick. And that's really exciting. So who knows? We'll see this year in 2024. Speaking of cards, one thing that I noticed this year, which I'm really excited as a vintage collector, is that prices are starting to drop. So I think one of my goals this year will be to collect more vintage cards, like this Lugia. I've wanted it for so long. But during 2020, it was not even feasible for me to collect, I feel. It was insane. Everybody was on the nostalgia train for the 25th anniversary, which I don't blame them. I really don't. But it's just the fact that now I feel like as a collector, it's feasible if you're patient enough to wait, which I was. I didn't think that a lot of them were going to drop like they have recently. I think this year, and probably the next year, I'm going to really be focusing on collecting some vintage cards, maybe some singles, which I'll be sure to share with you guys, of course, because I feel like in 2026, when the 30th anniversary comes around, everybody's going to be jumping back on and wanting their cards from their childhood. If any of y'all are really into, vintage sets, I definitely recommend probably the next couple of years of trying to get whatever you can, because I know it's going to jump up. Which, I'm excited for the 30th anniversary, but I'm gonna take my time. I don't want to feel too pressured. I'm also very, very excited for a possible remake this year. I have a feeling it's gonna happen. It's the 25th anniversary of Johto, so in my head, I feel like there's gonna be a Silver and Gold remake this year. It would make the most sense. And I've been watching a lot of videos like HDV talking about it. There's been a lot of rumors going around that there's gonna be, it's all over Twitter. I don't know if it's gonna be Silver and Gold, but I think it would make the most sense. But it could also be a Nova. It's about time. They just did Diamond and Pearl. I just hope they don't make Black and White like that at all, because that would suck if it looked like this. Not that I hated it. I did play it. It's not my favorite remake. Personally, I really liked the Ruby one. That one was really cool. And obviously Soul Silver. Soul Silver was awesome. Let's fingers crossed that if they make a remake, it's a good remake. It would even be really cool if they did like a Legend Arceus style. I feel like that was super successful and I really enjoyed it. I just wish that they did more. In my head, it'd be really cool if they made a Silver and Gold remake this year, a Nova next year, and then hold off and get a new game the following year for the 30th anniversary. Now that would be cool. Plus, I would rather them take their time. I know a new console is supposed to be coming out anyway, so it'd be really smart move for Pokemon to possibly put it on the new gen. We'll see. That's a big promoter for Nintendo, so. Those are all the things I'm looking forward to in 2024. I'm sure there'll be more. It'll probably all be Pokemon related, because that's the thing I get most excited for every single year, is merch and games and you name it. I'm excited. I'm always excited. I'm part of the problem. But I also intend to probably do something a little more personal in the future, so you'll be seeing those very soon, as well as probably more card openings, let's be real. I'm very excited. I have a lot of plans for this year, 2024. It'll take some time, but I will do them. So until next time, guys, I will see you again very, very soon. Bye!